Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back to Noita. Noita. I'm not giving up on it. I did do a little bit of looking around online for tips, and the tips were mostly, do a better job, stupid. So, you know, not the most helpful. I like this. I like the tallness of many of these wands. That's exciting. I don't want the teleportitis. Enemy radar is basically useless. Okay, not a great set of opening perks. However, if these opening wands are good, okay. Could very well make up for it. What is that? Causes a projectile to aim straight upwards a short while after casting. I mean, that's interesting. This is a huge amount of modifiers and stuff. Okay, how do we turn this into something playable? The fact that all of our wands except the first one are shuffle is bad. I actually just really want to test this wand. Let's pull out. I want this to just be one projectile because I want to fire the thing and see how the travel upward deal actually works. Okay. It's like, how far does it go before it turns upward? Not very far at all, in fact. Is that useful? When is that useful? I don't know. Very strange stuff. So, I mean, for the moment, even though this wand is kind of bad, we could potentially use add mana to make it functional. Right, if we just build something that's going to be free coming out of it. Like critical plus, add mana. Because, like, the firing speed and everything on it is really good. The problem is just that, you know, it doesn't have the mana to compete. Unfortunately, these energy orbs are still too expensive even with add mana. So I guess we're just doing triplicate bolt. I mean, it is a free high crit triplicate bolt that you can fire relatively quickly, and then we're hoping to find any reasonable non-shuffle wand at some point. It could be magic arrow instead, I suppose. It's probably better. You're not usually going to hit with more than one of the triplicate bolt projectiles, so magic arrow effectively has twice as much damage. And let's throw a couple of TNTs into this. This will be our digging wand for the moment. And let's just let's just find some new wands quickly. See, a lot of the advice that I found was essentially stuff that I'm already doing, like make sure you always have water, and like here's some stuff you can do with your wands to create better weapons. But like it does seem that a lot of it is going to come down to some combination of getting a little bit luckier with the wands we find early and just not getting hit by the enemies as much. And you know, sometimes I get hit in real stupid ways. I take a lot of damage from situations where I did not need to take a lot of damage. But also, sometimes we die due to a thing that largely happened off-screen in a way we had no hope of interacting with. And that's a bummer, but my impression is that's just nightmare mode. Okay, what is this? This is a thing we've not seen before. So that's a cloud. Alright, we're going to interact with this in just a moment. There's a little bit of water in the bottom of it. It's like, maybe all it is it wants to be filled with liquid and the cloud's supposed to be like a rain cloud. But it feels like this is significant, right? I don't know what this symbol would mean. I'm trying to think, have we seen anything like this before? So, one circle, then this weird symbol, then 3 circles. With a cloud at the top. Now, I don't know. I have no idea. Alright. Well, you know, there's a lot of weird stuff in this game. This is probably not usable. It has more capacity, so in theory you could build a bigger spell, but with a mana charge speed of 10, it's going to be functionally useless for anything other than basically what we've built right here. And if I'm just going to build this again, I'd rather keep this wand, which fires faster. So, yeah, bummer. We'll find another one. We'll find a better one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I wonder if we had a cloud creating spell of some kind, and we cast it in there, if that would be something. I wonder if there's a fungal cavern. There must be, right? Because these enemies don't naturally spawn in this area. Oh my god, die. Why are you still alive? I'm gonna get blown up. Okay, everything's fine. Yeah, okay. Oh, that guy is a problem. Damn it. Wow, okay. Just shooting my dynamite out of the air. Okay. Man? Well... No, it's still pretty bad. I guess it's kind of an improvement. So I think we take it, because it does fire a little bit faster, and we can just not put the mana in there, because it actually has recharge speed. And then I think I'm going to stick with the magic arrow for right now, but after we're no longer... Okay. After we're no longer pushing through the fungal caverns, I probably will swap that out for energy orb. Cool. Okay. Well, now I'm in a dangerous place. Now I'm having the bad things happen. Oh my god. Okay. Yep. Enemies on Nightmare have such an insane amount of health. Like, we did so much damage there. We did as much damage as you could be expected to do in the first area. It's pretty reasonable DPS, but just not enough to prevent an enemy from just walking toward you slowly and killing you in melee. Okay, this has some potential already. We are definitely taking Glass Cannon. This doesn't seem useful at all. And then we got awesome legs. And then, okay. That seems real dangerous. That seems tremendously dangerous. And that seems like a total nightmare. Cool, fun. How are we going to turn this into something? I mean, obviously, Death Cross, not ideal, given the tools that we have to work with. Free crits on wet enemies, though. Into that. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on here. We have a lot of potential. Again, we need to find a wand that we can actually put some of this stuff in to make it do anything at all. And unfortunately, we did not get a projectile. So for the moment, all we can really do is this. We'll just hope to find something cool in the meantime. This can be our digging through stuff wand. And we have cool spider legs. I'm a big fan of the legs. I especially like the way the new way they work. So we do have glass cannons, so I guess like it is potentially the case that we could get by on a worse class of projectile than usual. That explosion's gonna like clear the screen, right? I'm gonna be over here. So that hasn't blown up. That's pretty fun. So yeah, this wand is way too dangerous to use. Okay, no enemies. I thought I'd be able to, like, just move left as I was firing and get clear of the explosion. We sure did show the dog wizard who's boss, though. I'll take that. I will gladly die to kill one of those monsters. Alright, let me actually get the thing here. So, I think that personal plasma beam is probably really bad. Right? Because it says devastating plasma beam, but it doesn't actually do that much damage. You're, like, definitely reliant on getting some kind of incredibly powerful wand going, and that is only going to make that harder to do. Alright, so this time we got no gas at all, but we actually did get a functional wand or two. So, I think this is a better situation to be in, probably, than the one where you start by finding a really useful spells, and then you're just, like, desperately searching for wands, because, man, almost every wand is total garbage. So, for the moment... What is the cast delay and stuff on this? Okay. For the moment, I guess it's just, like, all of the spark bolts. I don't know why those went into that wand. Yeah, we're just firing a lot of spark bolts. And you know what? With light. Okay. Good enough for me. That's a potion full of blood, which... Yeah, okay. That's potentially useful. It'd be cool to get a second bottle so we could also have water, though. Alright, and this is gonna be the one where everything goes well. I like the spider friend, in theory. He seems to be a lot less likely to suddenly kill you than than most of the allies. Unfortunately, the trade-off seems to be he's a lot less likely to kill any enemies than the other allies as well. Oof, there is a considerable amount of walk on this projectile's aim. Very hard to know where it's going to go. Alright, we are just desperate for real spells. You know what I should have done? And I didn't, but I should have. I should have looked up which spells are unlocked by which thing, since we're sort of past secret hunting mode, and seen if there are some spells that would be useful to add to the pool. I mean, not that we could, like, guarantee that they would be able to help us, because who knows if we would even see them, but... Oh my god, I cannot hit the broadside of a barn with this wand. Okay, what if we come at it from a slightly closer... But I should still be, I think, out of the explosion radius. Now that I say that, I don't feel confident about it at all. God, it is remarkably hard to get these to go off. You know what? Fine. Oh, that's revenge explosion, not explosion proof. That's right, explosion proof would have the little shield, right? So that's annoying. That still didn't even get me where I was going. Well, I think at least now we'll be able to loop around. Okay. Damn it. Ugh. I'm not even trying to go to the fungal caverns. I just want to find anything of value. Okay. Okay. Magic arrow's definitely an improvement. So I really wasn't expecting the bomb to just fall through like that. But honestly, it worked out. Speaking too soon, maybe? No, keep getting him, yeah. Oh yeah, invincible spider friend. He's doing work over there. It's hard to get a good sense of exactly how much work, but it's definitely some. And then he gets distracted and just wanders off and never finds his way back. Get him. Alright, go get him. Over there. I do really appreciate the way that he will just cling to an enemy and continue to stack damage on them, but I wish it was easier to get him to commit. Where'd he go? I jumped down here with the intention of, getting close enough. He sort of just wandered off as I was approaching. Okay, I like gunpowder potion. It's just a bottle full of explosions, which is fun. I don't know what I, like... Oh! I didn't realize... The box is an object, right? You can do physics damage with it, I think. I think we just saw it fall on an enemy and kill them. And physics damage is, like, extreme, right? You can get a lot of damage out of an object flying at somebody. Maybe that's a good way to play on Nightmare, to try to, like, overcome the huge amount of health that the enemies have. Also, where the hell did my spider friend go? In my hour of need, he's just gone. And in a minute here, when we find him, and I question him about this, with great anger and furious rage in my voice, he's gonna be like, no. The single set of spider legs was the times that I was carrying you, and now I'm not buying it. I just want to set up right now that I will not be purchasing what he is selling. Why was that thing invincible, do you think? Enemies in Nightmare mode just have too goddamn much health. Plague Rats is awesome, Trick Blood Money is awesome, and Mournful Spirit seems to be not harmful to us. So, pretty happy with that set. Alright, that's a terrible wand. That's a pretty good wand. And that is hard to know what to do with. Well, I mean... Lightning Wand. Well, I mean, I guess it's time to either win or lose a significant amount. And of course, it goes without saying, the first enemy we see is going to be completely immune to explosions. This wand is still... Okay, yeah. We can still use the crappy Sparkball wand, in case we find ourselves in a position like that. I like the way that the light that it sheds pierces walls, so we know that we now know that there's a chest in there. Thanks, lightning bolt. Ow. Yep, just didn't press the right button on that one. Pulled out the lightning wand instead of the other wand. So chain spell is interesting and has a lot of potential value. Not really in a good position here to lightning bolt. There we go. Can we kick this off of here? Not really. There we go. Oh, sorry, friend. Do like a fire rock. Hooray! Blood money! Look at all the HP we gained! I mean, honestly, given how valuable health restoration is and how infrequently you get it, I can't really complain about 4 HP. Alright. So 52 mana charge speed. Ooh, boy, chain spell. And minus 6 damage, really? It's cool in theory, but it's actually kind of hard to use in practice. Alright, well. Bam! I do love the sort of conclusiveness. Okay, also I have positive feelings about that. We gotta, obviously, get out of here. And it does look like get out of here is a thing we're going to be able to do. No, the money. That enemy should have 1 health. That's my official take on that. Why does the little guy need to be able to survive so many shots? I ask you. I don't much like being the Goliath in the David and Goliath setup, you know? I prefer the other role, thank you. Alright. This is just, like, exaggeratedly terrible. If these wands are not awesome, then I'm gonna reset. Because, like, it's probably the case that some significant number of Nightmare runs are not winnable, right? And I'm sure that there are, you know, the top 0.5% of players can basically win almost any run, but broadly speaking, yeesh. They are giving us nothing to work with here. There's a lot of variance in the perk pool. And sometimes you are the beneficiary, and sometimes you are not. Alright, projectiles phase through you. Breathless is pretty whatever. Iron Stomach does basically nothing. Downward Bolt Bundle is interesting. Okay, there's some interesting stuff going on here. So, the cast delay on this wand is basically instant. You can throw this on here and just hope that it'll... I mean, it will hit once per cycle of the wand, right? Yeah, so you're gonna get that reset. I mean, that seems like an okay start. I still don't feel... we have never seen a projectile go slow enough that Downward Bolt Bundle was actually effective. So I want to use it, but I don't know how to use it yet. We're definitely going to pull some of these. Those can be really useful. I guess... this wand is okay. If we're gonna end up keeping any one of these, it's that one. Okay. We have a strategy. Not amazing, it turns out. It's not the worst we've had, though. I almost got some physics damage out of it. I tried really hard. We desperately need to find projectiles. Some non-shuffle wands would be nice, but we don't really have the modifiers to make use of them anyway. So at this point, like, the short version of our strategy is just get projectiles and then fire those projectiles out of your wands. I know. It's a mind blower. A real brain buster of a strat there. Well, let's get this out of the way. It's like, have you considered using your weapons to shoot the enemies? I know it's counterintuitive, but we've tried everything else. Okay, I was standing in water when that happened, so that's fun. I guess not my entire body was submerged. If your lower half is in water, your top half can still be on fire. That's just science. This is going to take forever to burn out. Okay, it's a brine potion, not a water potion. I have the power of salt on my side. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, the focused DPS of this wand is pretty solid, honestly. Now we could replace these with magic arrows. Magic arrow does add to the cast delay, though. I think I'm going to keep it as it is for right now. More shooting is more good. Alright, well, that's some money. Oh no, a shotgun guy who will never drown. Whatever shall we do? The enemies having perks does kind of do a good job of illustrating how many, like, kind of nothing perks there are in the game. Because a really large percentage of the time we see that an enemy has a perk and I just have no feelings about it at all. I was surprised by that. I saw that he had the perk, I did not see that he was carrying a wand, and so when the bombs came out, it was a little... I'll tell you what, you definitely do not want to get crit with a bomb. Alright, we're doing okay on health. We have a path to an exit. We know where to run if we suddenly need to run. So let's take some liberties here. Let's put forth a little bit more effort. I know, it's sort of anathema to my whole thing. Okay, so it sounds like there's an interesting wand down there. Just see how that resolves that situation. Okay, he did die. Now we just gotta kill everything else down here before any of them grab the wand. Okay. It's not as good as I was hoping, if I'm honest. Are we even gonna grab it? Yeah, I guess I should have at least one wand that doesn't have shuffle. Alright, we should pull some of the stuff out of this wand. Let's... Nope. So that guy has grabbed the thing. This wand we don't need. Let's go back and have a look at some of this other stuff up here. Nope, not that one. Nope, still not that one. There we go. So, worthless, but worthless as a combat wand, I should say. There's definitely some stuff in there that we might be able to make use of. More bombs. yeah. And then that's also kind of crummy. We're getting a lot of, like, 19 mana per second type wands. Add mana is such a good modifier. I'm so happy we're finding a lot of it. So with this thing, 2.5 second recharge time. You'd need to pull some serious shenanigans to get this down to a place where you could use it for anything at all. Essence to power is probably good. We do know that it adds damage, although we do not have a sense of how much damage. You know what we probably don't need is this many copies of Sparkbolt with Trigger. Alright, and then we're still sort of waiting on our, waiting on a savior. Let me grab this so that we have multiple copies of some of this stuff. And then we'll just move on. So that wand that the enemy took down here has some potential, at least, as a machine gun. Highly variable projectile distances there. So, yeah, 0.1, 0.3. I mean, with a reduced recharge time on that, it's just forever. And 520 mana charge speed is nice. Obviously, there's the problem that you can't build anything with it. But I wonder if it would be better for this purpose than this wand is. I mean, yeah, right. It definitely is. Okay, so how do I want to... Like, what am I throwing away here? We have too much stuff. Can't preserve it all. I guess this wand is mostly full of garbage. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so... This and this makes... Seems fine. Okay, basically no recoil, whatever. But yeah, that's interesting. That's maybe better. Also worth remembering that Triplicate Bolt is actually a functional digging tool against most surfaces. Because it doesn't work on rock very well, but yeah, this will be a start. So, let's try to make a little bit more money here. I do wonder to what extent the right strategy for Nightmare Mode is just like find a wand that can dig quickly and just avoid... And just avoid the later biomes entirely. Just dig around them. Because, like, you can figure out what it takes to defeat the boss. You could learn those attacks and stuff, right? And then just... that's pretty good. More blood, sure. Revenge explosion, why not? Yeah, you can figure out what it takes to beat the boss, like learn how to fight the boss and be good at fighting the boss, and then just optimize for that and never deal with an enemy as soon as you can find, like, a luminous drill. So again, we find ourselves in a position where we have no way of building anything valuable. You know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and we're gonna try one more time here. Just show me something good. Anything good. As long as there are enemies near you, crit chance goes up. I'm assuming it means crit chance against everything, not just against those enemies. Okay, that's something. Also, I like the fact that that wand looks like an extremely ornate crossbow. That's cool. So a lot of pretty middling cast times. Spell doesn't really do that much. And we have problems with everything having shuffle, and yeah, bummer, man. Okay, so we don't have a real wand here. To be perfectly honest with you, I think it's like this. This is our combat wand for the moment, and then... Come on. It's weird. Sometimes when you double-click, stuff doesn't come out of the wand. That gets to be my bomb wand, and like this thing is cute in theory, but we are going to need more things to cram into it if we want it to actually be useful. And for the moment, we are just small and weak. We're hoping to encounter some random floating wands that are going to solve all of our problems. Boy, I'm doing a really great job of aiming. There's nothing I'm better at than aiming, obviously. Hooray! I guess the secret here is just fight from way closer than is smart so that you are getting your crit. I will say I'm a little surprised to see that this spell does not create a visible radius in which your crit buff is active, because the game is usually pretty good about making stuff like that clear. Hard to know exactly where we need to be getting benefit out of this perk. I was really hoping he was going to burn to death. It's doubled gold output on an enemy of that size would be really cool. Okay, that really warped quite a distance upward. This whole area is a nightmare. Alright, come on, chest. Show me... Well, you know, money's not a bad thing. Huh. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. Well, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna pretend I'm not feeling some pressure, but I think that's just because I'm playing Noita. It has a way of doing that to you. I wish you could take those guys as guns. Because honestly... Okay, there's an item over there. I would love to actually get some value out of this item radar. Usually, your starting wands are worse than just a random bad triplicate bolt shotgun would be. I think I submerged myself in toxic gas for a moment there. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, come and get me. This'll show you. How about some of this? Alright, we panicked him into his own demise. Brilliant stratagem. Game of the year. Alright, where is that item? It's a bottle of slime. I mean, it could be worse. It is a bottle, at the very least. What am I doing? This is going to turn out badly. Do not fight that guy in particular from below. Oh, the shiny orb. Cool. Just remember that at the end it explodes, so probably best to... you know, I didn't try just shooting it, I don't think. Maybe we can throw it on the ground and shoot it until it stops dispensing gold. Okay, for some reason, seems content to just drown himself. You know what? That's what a lava potion's for. Somehow that was enough sludge to actually matter. Oh, okay. A little bit of strife in Frogtown, seems like. Hooray! We did it! You know, this is not very compelling either. I do think that the game might be improved a little bit if it was just like a tiny bit harder to get sludged enough that you're taking damage from it. This is my personal... Oh god, get away from me. You're gonna draw all the worms in. It's my personal advice to the devs. Just make it so like you have to actually be in some slime. Make it so that walking across a single pixel tall layer of slime on a floor is not enough. This is almost the same wand that I just rejected. But only almost. Well, I'll tell you, we're not having a lot of success here. We have money. We can hope that the whatever's in the Holy Mountain will be enough to sort of make up for this very poor loot-wise showing here. Nope. Ah, damn it. It's freezing liquid. Doesn't really seem like the sort of thing I would want. No, I feel like I don't see concentrated mana, like, almost at all anymore. I'm sure this is just, like, normal, you know, random variance. But I miss it. Concentrated mana has some, like, real utility. I would love to get to that wand. And then probably we can just go. I am on fire. I had the audacity to remove my hand from the keyboard for a second to scratch my nose while I was firing there. And immediately punished, despite there not being anything that could have caught me on fire. Okay, a gunpowder potion has some use. I wouldn't mind carrying one of those around. Let's go get the wand first, and then we'll figure out what we want to discard here. That's terrible. That's just terrible stuff. Okay, so, you know what? Let's just... I'm a little worried that if I use this, I'm going to kill myself with it. Let's try something, though. Does it work if you shoot it? No, you do have to kick it for money. And every time you kick it, there's a chance it will damage you. Or there's a chance it will explode. At 31 health, I don't remember how much it exploded for before. Okay, cool. Really thought that was going to just, like, fly off in the direction that I aimed it in instead of breaking on my own hand. I feel like I've done that operation enough times to know that it won't just break immediately on the bottle that's nearby, but apparently I'm wrong about that. Okay, well listen, we made it to the Holy Mountain, so... record, daily record. Okay, compelling. Not the wand itself. The wand itself is the hot, awful garbage, but Chainbolt. Chainbolt gives us some hope. Worm Attractor, bad. Telekinetic Kick is maybe awesome? I'm gonna take it. Physics damage is a big deal, right? So, let's, I think what we're going to do here is just drop this. This becomes the Chainbolt wand. It effectively has infinite ammo. Or, infinite mana. So, yeah. It's not... Like, I wish that we could get it casting a little bit faster, but it has 25 base damage. I think it's okay. It is an alright wand. Until we can figure something else out. And so, pull this. This thing is not, like, not really useful, but it'll hold a bomb alright. And then I kind of think we just go. I hate that we, like, have all this money and we kind of didn't spend it, but I don't really know what else to do here. We don't have a way to spend it on anything useful. Okay, cool. Chainbolt, a little distracted, maybe. Hey, everyone, fuck off! Alright. Well, awesome. The first hit guarantees the second one, because it knocks you to the ground. That's very rough. Yeah, bad. I mean, it didn't... I could have just, like, run left, I suppose, as soon as we got hit, and maybe have avoided that second projectile. Honestly, probably not, though. And yeah, Chainbolt, insufficient. If you have to hit an enemy 3 to 4 times with Chainbolt, that means you're fighting them for, like, 4 seconds. That's not a real strategy. You can't be fighting stuff for 4 seconds. Things have to be dead the instant you see them, or else they are going to kill you. I feel like that was a pretty bad and honestly real frustrating episode. But honestly, I feel like it largely came down to just like the random number generator refusing to give us stuff of value, except for the one triplicate bolt wand, which I then immediately died while using. Hard to blame anyone but me on that one. So, that's going to be it for us for today, because, ow, my pride. But when you come back next time tomorrow, I will have looked up a whole bunch more advice, that's for sure, and we'll see you then.